Greetings, Aviation Nation. Welcome back to Cowboys Vintage Wings, your premier channel for aviation history. Today we tell the story of one of the greatest fighter pilots in history. Hans-Joachim Marseille, often remembered by his nickname the Star of Africa, was a German Luftwaffe fighter pilot during World War II. He is noted for his aerial battles during the North African campaign and his bohemian lifestyle. Born in 1919, Marseille joined the Luftwaffe in 1938 at the young age of 18. From the start, he displayed a natural aptitude for flying, excelling in training and showcasing an aggressive, instinctive style in the air. Marseille, a Luftwaffe ace, saw his first combat during the Battle of Britain in 1940. But his career truly took off with his transfer to the North African theatre in 1941. Flying with Jagerschwader 27, he quickly made a name for himself in the skies above the deserts of North Africa. Unlike many high-scoring German aces which boosted their victories on the Eastern Front, Marseille claimed all but 7 of his 158 victories against the highly trained airmen of the British Commonwealth's Desert Air Force, primarily flying his famed Messerschmitt Bf 109 fighter. Among the many aircraft Marseille flew, one stood out: his Messerschmitt Bf 109 E7, bearing the distinctive marking of yellow 14. This aircraft became synonymous with Marseille's skill and daring, representing his rapid ascent to ace status and embodying the deadly grace he displayed in the heat of aerial combat. It was in yellow 14 that Marseille achieved many of his incredible victories, cementing his reputation as one of the most skilled fighter pilots not just of the Luftwaffe, but of the entire war. His story is one of exceptional talent, unwavering determination, and ultimately tragic loss. Marseille's early days in North Africa were marked by both success and setbacks. Initially considered undisciplined and a playboy by his superiors, his initial kill claims were often dismissed as exaggerations. However, Marseille's inherent talent was undeniable. He possessed an almost instinctive understanding of aerial combat, exhibiting exceptional marksmanship and an uncanny ability to anticipate his opponent's moves. With each engagement, Marseille's kill tally grew, and with it his reputation as a rising star. He quickly learned to maximize the strengths of his Bf 109, utilizing its speed and firepower to devastating effect. Yellow 14 became a familiar sight to both friend and foe, a symbol of both fear and respect in the skies above the North African desert. His squadron mates, initially skeptical, soon recognized Marseille's exceptional abilities. They witnessed firsthand his daring maneuvers and almost supernatural aim, often downing multiple enemy aircraft in a single sortie. Marseille even set records with 17 kills in one single day. Word of his exploits spread throughout the Luftwaffe, reaching the ears of high command and cementing his status as a rising star. News of Marseille's achievements reached Germany, turning him into a propaganda tool for the Nazi regime. His youthful appearance and undeniable skill made him an ideal poster boy for the Luftwaffe, further fueling his legend and inspiring a new generation of German fighter pilots. What set Marseille apart from other pilots was not just his raw talent, but his dedication to constantly improving his skills. He was known for meticulously analyzing each engagement, studying his own performance and that of his opponents to refine his tactics. He understood that aerial combat was as much a mental game as a physical one, emphasizing the importance of situational awareness and strategic thinking. Marseille developed innovative techniques to maximize his effectiveness in combat. He favored the deflection shooting method, aiming his guns not directly at the enemy aircraft but slightly ahead of it, predicting its flight path and ensuring a hit. This approach, combined with his exceptional marksmanship, resulted in an astonishingly high ratio of kills to ammunition spent. He also recognized the limitations of the Bf 109, particularly its narrow landing gear that made it prone to accidents. To overcome this, Marseille perfected a technique of landing on one wheel, reducing stress on the aircraft and allowing for quicker takeoffs. This unconventional method further highlighted his exceptional control over the aircraft. Beyond individual skill, Marseille understood the importance of teamwork. He emphasized the need for coordinated attacks and mutual support among his squadron mates. He shared his knowledge freely, mentoring newer pilots and helping them develop their skills, cementing his reputation not just as a skilled pilot but as a respected leader. Despite his military achievements and the hero status bestowed upon him by the Nazi propaganda machine, Marseille's relationship with the Nazi regime remained complex and often strained. He openly expressed his discomfort with the Nazi ideology, particularly its racial policies, to the point that in September 1942, General Field Marshal Erwin Rommel requested Marseille's presence in Berlin for a speech by Hitler. However, Marseille declined the invitation, insisting that he was needed at the front. This decision, while reflective of his dedication to combat, may have affected his future career as a fighter pilot. Raised in a family with strong humanist values, Marseille found the Nazis' discriminatory and hateful rhetoric abhorrent. He constantly challenged its policy by a series of small acts of defiance, for example, openly playing prohibited music like African-American jazz on his tent. He defied orders to avoid contact with Jewish families in North Africa, even going as far as having a black South African prisoner of war as his personal assistant and friend. He maintained friendships with British pilots he shot down and captured, and even individuals targeted by the regime's policies. This defiance, while subtle, demonstrated a moral compass that clashed with the prevailing ideology of the time. His outspoken nature and independent streak brought him into conflict with his superiors. He openly criticized what he perceived as incompetent leadership within the Luftwaffe, particularly after witnessing the needless loss of fellow pilots due to poor planning or unrealistic expectations. While his military accomplishments afforded him a degree of leeway, his critical stance and refusal to fully conform to the Nazi ideology created tension with the regime. He remained a thorn in their side, a constant reminder that even their most celebrated heroes did not necessarily subscribe to their hateful dogma. Section 5. Tragedy in the Desert, the untimely end of a fighter ace. On September 30th, 1942, at the height of his career and with over 150 confirmed victories to his name, Hans-Joachim Marseille, the legendary Star of Africa, had his life tragically cut short. During a routine patrol, mechanical issues forced him to abandon his aircraft over enemy territory. As Marseille attempted to bail out of his stricken Bf-109, he struck the tail fin, likely rendering him unconscious or killing him instantly. His body was later recovered by German forces, showing signs of severe trauma consistent with a high-speed impact. His parachute was never opened. The circumstances surrounding Marseille's death remain a subject of debate among aviation historians. Some speculate that the mechanical failure was a result of sabotage, while others believe it was simply a tragic accident caused by a failure of the oil cistern on the engine on his Bf-109G2. Regardless of the cause, the loss of such a skilled and charismatic pilot sent shockwaves through the Luftwaffe and demoralized German forces in all of Europe and Africa. His death was a significant blow to the Luftwaffe, depriving them of one of their most talented and successful fighter pilots. For the Allies, it marked the removal of a formidable opponent, easing the pressure on their forces in the North African theatre. Section 6. The Star's legacy, Marseille's impact on air combat tactics and fighter pilot training. Despite his relatively short career, Marseille left an indelible mark on the history of aerial warfare. His innovative tactics and emphasis on marksmanship influenced a generation of fighter pilots, shaping the way air combat was approached. His focus on deflection shooting, a technique that maximized accuracy and minimized ammunition expenditure, became a key teaching point for future pilots. The Luftwaffe, recognizing the effectiveness of his methods, incorporated his teachings into their training programs, ensuring his legacy lived on in the next generation of fighter aces. Beyond specific techniques, Marseille's emphasis on situational awareness, tactical flexibility, and the importance of teamwork laid the groundwork for a more sophisticated approach to aerial combat. He understood that victory in the air depended not just on individual skill, but on the ability to operate effectively as a cohesive unit, anticipating enemy movements and coordinating attacks. His story continues to be studied by pilots and military strategists today, serving as a testament to the importance of adaptability, constant self-improvement, and the enduring value of courage and determination in the face of overwhelming odds. Section 8. Remembering a complex figure, the enduring fascination with Hans-Joachim Marseille. Despite the ethical complexities surrounding his life and career, Hans-Joachim Marseille remains a subject of enduring fascination. His story, a blend of exceptional talent, tragic loss, and moral ambiguity, continues to capture the imagination of historians, aviation enthusiasts, and the general public alike. His life has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and articles, each attempting to unravel the enigma of the Star of Afrika. Marseille's aviation career and his rise to fame has parallels to the legendary Manfred Richthofen Red Baron legend. Some portray him as a flawed hero, acknowledging his skills while condemning the regime he served. Others present a more sympathetic view, emphasizing his personal opposition to Nazi ideology and highlighting his acts of defiance. The enduring interest in Marseille's story speaks to our fascination with individuals who operate at the extremes of human experience. His story serves as a reminder of the complexities of war, challenging us to confront the uncomfortable truths and moral dilemmas that arise when individual heroism intersects with the horrors of conflict. Section 9. Conclusion: A life of triumph and tragedy. Hans-Joachim Marseille's life was a study in contrasts. He was a gifted pilot, a charismatic leader, and a complex individual who grappled with the moral implications of his service to a brutal regime. His story is a reminder that history is rarely black and white, often painted in shades of grey, forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths and challenging our perceptions of heroism and morality. While his legacy will forever be intertwined with the Nazi regime he served, his contributions to the field of aerial combat are undeniable. His tactical innovations, emphasis on marksmanship, and focus on teamwork left an indelible mark on the way air battles were fought, influencing generations of fighter pilots to come. In the end, Hans-Joachim Marseille remains an enigma, a figure both celebrated and condemned, admired for his skill and questioned for his allegiances. His story serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities of war and the enduring power of individual stories to challenge our assumptions. Thank you for tuning in. We will continue to share stories of aerial bravery. This is Cowboys Vintage Wings signing out. Keep your gun sight deflected in front of the Bardits and the desert sand out of your engine oil cooler. Cowboy out.